Okay, so let's dive into this. We're looking at a scenario that is just, it's brutal, and it's so incredibly unique. We've got a whole stack of sources here describing what looks like a prison riot, but it's really a hostile takeover.
A meticulously engineered one.
Exactly. At a maximum security women's prison, the Marcy State Correctional Institution, SCI Marcy.
And you think prison takeover, you're thinking gangs, like
Yeah.
drugs, territory.
Yeah, the usual stuff.
But this is something else entirely, something far, far more sinister.
It really is. The sources show this was a tactical operation, and it was orchestrated by, well, an ancient, non-human entity, Justinia Malvern.
And the absolute genius of it is who she traps inside. The protagonist here is Laura Caxton, ex-cop.
One of the best vampire hunters in the world, by all accounts.
The absolute best. And now she's an inmate. She's trapped inside the very system she once served. It's just, the irony is incredible.
The narrative just maps out this whole descent into, like, a localized nightmare. It's so focused on Caxton's isolation, especially when she's thrown into the special housing unit, the SHU.
Right. And while she's being psychologically dismantled in there, Malvern is making her move right outside the cell door.
So our mission today for this deep dive is to really get into the weeds and decode the enemy's blueprint here.
We have to. How did Malvern weaponize a standard state prison? The infrastructure, the people.
The human vulnerabilities,
Right.
the institutional failures.
Exactly. And the big question, how was this whole thing engineered as a precise trap, a 23-hour clock built around psychological warfare and, biological needs, all aimed at one person?
Caxton.
All for Caxton.
Yeah.
The level of strategic patience is just, it's
It's
stunning.
like a high-stakes chess game in a cage. So let's start with the board itself, SCI Marcy.
Okay, so the setting, SCI Marcy, it's in Tioga County, Pennsylvania. And the design, it dates back to the 1960s, which tells you a lot about its original purpose.
Yeah, the sources really hammer this point home, this architectural hypocrisy. It was built with a progressive vision.
For rehabilitation, believe it or not.
We're talking bright colors, supposedly tasteful. The cells were designed to be spacious and airy, an open plan to, what was the phrase, encourage communication.
Right. Not isolation. It even had 3 full-size gyms, a psych ward. The whole thing was designed for 768 beds. It was meant to be humane.
But that's the thing about intent versus reality, isn't it? The physical space ended up betraying that whole progressive idea.
Absolutely. 40 years later, the reality is just brutal. The population has exploded to over 1,300 women.
Wow.
The walls are scuffed, the layout feels claustrophobic, and those bright, optimistic colors, they've all faded to this dingy institutional